Today we take a look at an interesting house in northern Italy and do a project to restore it. Hello everyone, this is YouTube show Renovation. There is a lot of architectural heritage around the world, but unfortunately a lot of it is derelict state, and in this series of videos I talk about how I try to do restoration of old houses around the world and trying to make my small contribution to the preservation of architectural heritage. For this video I found a house like this one in the province of Cuneo in northern Italy. It's part of one big building. It's kind of like an old townhouse. The house is in a derelict conditions. You can see that the facade is deteriorating. The house has 2 floors. I have a plan of the house. You can see that each floor has 1 room. The entrance to the second floor is from the street. Of course, it is not very convenient, but I will not change it. Also, in front of the house there is a small playground and a vegetable garden, which are on different levels. In my opinion, this is a cool feature of this house because you can make a terrace here. So, to begin with, I need to come up with a layout. The possibilities here are limited because each floor is about 20 square meters. On the first floor there will be a kitchen with a bathroom. On the second floor there will be a bedroom. Unfortunately, I don't have the exact measurements, therefore I have defined the dimensions of the house approximately based on the size of the standard door. This is photo of the first floor. In this corner there is a sink, so it is probably best to put their bathroom here. Along this wall the plumbing and kitchen drainage can be laid. On entering I noticed this niche. I honestly don't know what it is for. Maybe it is just a sort of cupboard or an old fridge, a place where food was kept. There is a lot of uses for it now. I have 2 ideas, either just a wardrobe or a wine cabinet with shelves under glass. The bathroom should be as small as possible to save space in the kitchen. There will be a shower cubicle, a toilet and a sink. I have placed the kitchen until here with all the necessary equipment. A fridge, a sink, a 2-burner cooker and a worktop. I also wanted a small sofa and, of course, a dining table. You could also do like this. The table would be small and placed by the window. Do write in the comments what do you think would be best. Of course, it would have been cool to add a big window here, so you could admire the view of the mountains. But as far as I know, in Italy, when you are restoring architectural objects, you are not allowed to change the structures, and the object has to retain its original appearance. Of course, maybe I'm wrong because I'm just starting this way. And so if you have more information about it, about laws or about regulations of construction in Italy, please write about it in the comments, or maybe to me in direct on Instagram. It is very important for me, and I would really appreciate it. Next, let's move on the second floor. This will be the sleeping room. There is also a small window on the second floor. It is good. Next to it we will put a computer desk. The furniture set is simple. It's a double bed, a TV, a nightstand, and a large wardrobe. Now let's talk about terraces. That is the thing about this house. They are on 2 levels. On the first level there will be a terrace and a BBQ area in front of the house. All the areas will be connected by a stone slab path. And below that I will keep the garden, but I will divide it into zones. Here will be their usual beds for greens and vegetables, and here will be a long bed of grapes. Before I started building the model of this house, I would like to talk about the problems this house has and would face if I were to renovate it in real life. Let's start with the first photo, and that of course is the roof. This house shares a roof with another part of the building, and there are 2 options here. Either do the roof on our part only, or change the roof on the whole building, but that would be much more expensive. The second problem is communication. At the moment there is no toilet in the house. I think it is possible to bring it into the house, but then the question arises where to make a septic tank. Here I see 2 solutions. If there is a public sewer in this municipality, you have to connect to it. If not, you have to make a septic under this garden. I repeat again that I don't know the specifics of utilities in the Italian provinces, but I hope that nothing is impossible and there is always a solution. The next problem is mold. It is especially visible on the first floor, right here. We will solve the problem by installing ventilation, waterproofing, and also heating. The waterproofing is also a big problem in this building. There is no rainwater drainage system and no storm water drainage. Rainwater can go under the ground and affect the foundation. I'm also confused by this element. You can see that it was made later. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is how someone wanted to drain the wall, or to divert the rainwater flow in another direction. All in all, the house looks pretty good. There is no major damage. So let's proceed with modeling. The first one is, of course, the roof. I have made window eaves and also increased the thickness of the roof, which will be achieved by wooden beams. The roof material will be tile. I also added a gutter system. I had thoughts of doing a window in the roof and removing the ceiling in the second floor room. I think it could be done, but it will be more expensive. At the end of the building, I decided to leave this overhang here and add some landscaping and space for flowers. I also noticed this niche under the stairs. It definitely needs to be used somehow. I originally thought of putting a BBQ area there, but I'm not sure about safety. So I put in a small built-in cupboard for garden tools and a hand wash basin. When modeling the terraces, I decided to add a small fence made of local stone. Initially, I had thought to add metal elements to the fence, but I wanted the fence to be as similar to the local architecture as possible. In the vegetable garden, I made fences for the beds to make everything look prettier and not cluttered. As for the other elements, I've only left the frames around the windows and doors. Also made a black metal staircase. As for the facade, I have some questions. The photos show that the main facade is lined with decorative plaster and the end of the building is made of stone, but still there is some crumbling plaster at the end of the building. Do I make facade completely of the stone or completely of plaster, or maybe a combined facade? I will decide later after the rendering. At this stage the model of the house is complete, and now let's get down to rendering. So the house looks prettier, better, and I'm glad that I was able to breathe a little bit of life into this project, and maybe this video and my work will be useful for someone who will buy this house, and this house will find a new life. Write in the comments what you think about this project. Do you like it or not? Because it is very important for me for my next projects. And of course, thank you everyone, thank you for your watching this video. Like and subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Goodbye.